I love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drums begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out.
Hello everyone, sorry a bit later than usual. I usually don't get too delayed, but today I had a couple of issues with software. So I apologize for the little lateness, but here we are today. I just got into the cockpit so it can initialize the software. And yeah, we're back. We're back with the British Aerospace 146-300. I honestly don't know how this flight's going to end up, how it's going to flow, but I'm going to try my best to be as professional as I can with this plane. So if you guys weren't there last time I tried to fly this plane, I had a few issues with it, and things didn't go as planned. I basically forgot to set a specific setup, a switch actually. I wouldn't say I forgot. It was not in the tutorials. So we're going to London Gatwick, as it's written on the video description. Drexy, welcome. Drexy, welcome. Also Andrew, I understand you're busy today. No problem. It will be all right. So we're going to London Gatwick Airport. Let me set up that. Don't mind the it's messed up on the top where the call sign over there, ATC blah blah blah. That's just, this plane is not fully ready to for my progress bar up there, but it's all right. It's only that's bugged. So first of all, the BA-146, a veteran of the aviation world. This is a very small regional jet. It was designed to be it's called the Whisper Jet. It was designed to be operational through regional airlines. This was one of them. British European Airlines was a regional company. Unfortunately, no longer exists, but back in the day, I remember seeing a lot of these planes flying when I went to the United Kingdom. So, nostalgia apart, this airplane did perform very well in these types of flights we're going to do today. We're going to connect the central or northern area of England with the south, and oh, that's a little off there. That paint job doesn't usually occur, but that does occur today. So first of all, let's just open our little door here. Pretty cool. The stairs. Is there a hotspot for the stairs? I know we can set it up inside. Oop. So let's just set up the stairs. So we're gonna go here to the aircraft, stairs, and there they go. Aft passengers as well. And here they are. So stairs loaded, so that we can load our passengers a bit quicker, and we can also load passengers in the back, but usually they just go up front. It's a very small plane. Remember, this is a regional jet. And guess who's with us today? Betsy. Welcome back, Betsy. All right, so how do we get this plane started? First of all, let's connect with our Beyond ATC, my Simbrief, our Simbrief flight. So we're gonna go back here, OFP, continue, and there it is. So we are going from John Lennon Liverpool Airport to London Gatwick. This is our airline is B, so that's the FlyBe call sign. I don't quite remember what's the audio call sign. We'll get to that in a moment. Flight number 1463. This is our route. We will of course be inserting that in the world famous FMC, which is a pain in the rear end, as you guys will see. And this is our expected zero fuel weight, 36 tons, block fuel 4.5, cruise altitude 1900. Flight level 190, and the distance is very short, 221 nautical miles. So our METARs for today for for Liverpool is winds are 312, nice visual conditions, few clouds at 2500, temperature 11, and QNH 1024. For Gatwick we got 29088, variable between 270 and 340 KVAC, so nice visual conditions, no discernible clouds enabled in the METAR, and visibility, the QNH, outside temperature 15 degrees and dew point 04, QNH 1021. So it's all right here abbreviated. I just like to read the tag. And this is our alternate, and this is our full flight plan. This is something we need to do. So cruise altitude, we're going to go for Mach 0.70. That's very low cruise altitude, as you can imagine, but it is what this plane is capable of. Yes, it has 4 engines, but it's not at all a 747 like I usually joke with. And this is where we are, Liverpool. Liverpool is very beautiful at night, but it's even more beautiful, I'd say, during the day. That's Liverpool right there. So let's get our charts ready. Airport charts. So departure, I'm going to require the taxi charts, and as for the SID, let's go back here to our flight plan. What's our SID? We are expecting, where is the routing? We are expecting, so 190, it's confirmed, and where is the routing? There it is. So we're going to depart runway 27 via Nantes to Tango, and then we'll set up the arrival during flight. Alright, so let's see if we get it there. Nantes to Tango, where is Nantes to Tango? There it is. Alright, so Nantes to Tango departure, pretty straightforward. Just fly south and then turn left towards southeast toward Nantes, and we should be good to go. Now, when it comes to this airplane, of course, we're going to need checklists. So let's go for the normal checklists. And bear with me, guys, this is going to take a little longer than usual because I need to remember where stuff is. So, tech log check, library checked. Of course, we don't have nothing on the sword. Emergency equipment checked and secure. Gear lever down, as it should. Radar is off. So the radar is somewhere. Right there. So radar off. Transponder is set to standby. It is on standby. So the plane is unenergized anyway. Air brake in. It's in. Flaps are selected as noticed. So flaps up and signal 0. Confirmed. Circuit breakers set. So we would need to go through all these circuit breakers. No need to do that. Pilots do that. Of course they have to. So now let's go for batteries. So there are 2 batteries on board, 1 and 2. Let's turn on 1. It's a nice little microwave thing. And battery 2. So battery 1 and battery 2 offline as it should. Standby gear indicator. So these are the main gear indicators, and there should be a standby gear indicator somewhere. I'm not entirely sure what it should be. I run this checklist once and I thought, well, I'll get to it later, but I actually never found it. So if there is one, sorry for that. Brakes yellow in park, so that's on yellow and it's on park, pushed to park or pulled to park. Sorry about that. And master switches to on. So let's go up here. We have our master switches up there. So we got yaw damper masters 1 and 2, autopilot master and avionics A and avionics B masters. And as you can see, plane, the PFD and everything else just came to life. Ground ignition as required. So we have ground ignition. We got both off. We're going to set up A for today. That's the continuous. Is that the one we want? I believe so. Yeah, I believe that's the one we want. So both ties. So sorry for that. Ground ignition as required. Where are we? ground ignition, sorry, as required. Anti-skid and lift spoilers on and checked. So I believe, oops, that's these right here. Auto spoilers. It's inoperable now, but just turn it on. Brake fans will set to auto later on. Anti-skid is lift spoilers, there they are. Alright, anti-skid and lift spoiler on and checked. Bus ties to auto, now it's the bus ties, and bus ties are both auto, so auto AC and DC. It's up, yeah, done. Standby inverter and standby gen both armed. Still standby inverter. Sorry about this. We do need to get power to the galley, by the way. So where are the inverters? Standby inverter, standby gen, they're both armed, checked. Generators 1 and 2 off and reset. So they're both off, 1 and 4. They're both generators are off. Fire handles in. I'm not going to mess with that for now. So they are in. So these are the fire handles. They're all in. Ground test. So let's not do that. Engine fire loops is required. External air conditioning. So we do not have need for that just now, but we are going to connect the GPU because we are going to need it. So that's the ground power unit. There's some bus going off behind us. Our gear indicator, we got 3 greens, so still no, but because we need ground power standby. Alright, ground power available, let's connect it. Hello. There it is. And now the plane is energized, and now we got 3 green indicators. APU if required. We can't start our APU because we are going to need it. So just press start, wait for it to spool up. That's our little APU in the back of the plane. And we are inboard, start refueling for now. So we're just going to refuel for the flight. Not much fuel required, but we do need to. By the way, you can set up if you want this fuel to be instant like I have here, or if you want to take your time. Same with the loading, but we're going to set loading via GSX. I think it's going to work, not entirely sure, because last time it didn't, so we'll see. So I'm going to request here GSX. Oh, apparently there's an update for GSX. Yeah. So request boarding. Let's see if it requests, if it asks for the stairs, because I only need the back stairs. Let's see. I hope it's clever enough not to connect with the forward stairs. There it goes. It goes to the back. Nice. Aft cargo. It's already being opened. So yeah, it looks smooth enough. We'll see. Where is it? Ground test perform, APU, okay. Gear indication 3 greens, MWS test and norm, let's not do that. GNS is not fitted. Overhead annunciators test and norm, let's not do that. Cabin emergency lights, let's go arm them. So we just fasten seat belts, and where are the cabin lights? So that's the air conditioning. Let me put a different camera here. Oops.
0 degrees, at 0.03 degrees, QNH1024, landing and departing runway 27, transition level 050, advise on initial contact, you have information limit.
So someone connected the radios.
Liverpool John Lennon Airport's information limit, 1834 Zulu, surface wind 310 degrees, 12 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. View clouds 3,500 feet. Temperature 10 degrees. To 0.03 degrees. QNH 1024. Landing.
Thank you. We don't need the ATs right now. Add auto tune the ATs for some reason. I didn't request that. So cabin emergency lights. Yes, we were on the in the process of hitting the cabin emergency lights. So it's armed. So off, on, up, arm, middle, off, down. Okay. Here come the passengers. Let's take a look outside, see if... Hello, Angelo. Boa tarde. So here they are, passengers coming in, our little plane. You can see the little bags being loaded. Pretty cool. And we got our own air stairs here, just like the 737. And there's the back stairs. This is a very cool platform, very recent addition. There are a few additions to the ground service via GSX. One of them is that swirling, I would say. It's not the right word, but it's that platform that you don't have actual stairs. It's just a ramp that goes it's separated by two sections, and it looks like you're going around swirling. It's pretty cool. So this loading will be very quick, so we need to be also quick. Again, let's not do ground tests of any kind. Ground pressure, pressurization. So this is going to be a really difficult procedure with this overhead panel. So first of all, we need the QNH. So let's get our QNH 1024. And now this panel right here, this pressurization panel, is a real difficult thing to work with. I'm going to try my best to work with it. So pull for baro. So we're going to set the baro altitude for the cruise, which is going to be flight level 190. So here we go. So this is 190 is right here, and now this is the baro reference 1024. So it's a really funky business, and it's not moving. So this is where I get my troubles. So need to increase the QNH, but this is the rate. Why don't we change? Oh, hold on. So altitude set and pull for baro set. So we need to pull now, and it's 10. So this is 1020. This is 1030. So 1020. We're going to set it almost halfway, and now push it in, and we'll set the correct altitude. So really funky how to work with this. So there, and whoop. There it is. All right, really funky, but it's done. So crisis averted so far. Okay. Air conditioning as required. We need to set APU generation and just leave both engines generators to off. So I don't know why number one is on. So the APU needs to draw the APU needs to draw gas. So there it is. We've got external power as well, so we're using them both. So air conditioning as required, hydraulics content checked, DC pump and AC pump and PTU. So let's go set that up. So we got the pumps here. There it is. DC pump set to on, and auto AC pump and PTU to on. This will transfer pressure from one side to the other, and there it is. Thrust levers config checked and off. Main electric trims checked. So let's make our trim work. They are working. Electric trims check. AC pump and PTU off. So now we don't need that. We just need that to test. AC pump to off and PTU to off. Continuous ignition to off. So where is the continuous ignition? I just said off. Done. So these are all checks we need to do. Engine anti-ice to on, is we got 11 degrees or so, we don't need that. Engine heaters to off, wing, tail and ice protection to off. So this is also on the main overhead. So there's the air supply. Oh, we need APU air for the back. Recirculation and packs. So air conditioning, cabin fan, set auto. We also need entry lights for the guys back there. No smoking sign. Emergency cabin on. I forgot to arm that. And we got nav lights high integrated. Alright, so now look, everything looks dandy. Looks good. Oh, we need to turn on ice protection and shut it down. So this is like a big no-no. Flight instruments checked, center panel control disc handles in, so they're in. Yaw dampers both in, so let's set up those yaw dampers. So there are 2 of them, and I need to locate them real quick before I bore you guys with trying to find stuff. Where did they put the yaw dampers? I think I saw. Oh, they're already on. Sorry, my bad. I had to turn them on earlier. Autopilot checked and off. Freight smoke checked. Avionics checked. Flight data recorder. Oh, standby. Flight data recorder. APU electric. Where's the flight data recorder test? Is it down here? Oh, we need to turn on the lights. Always good to do this. Oh, this is very important. So this is the brake temperature, and these will tell you the temperature of the brakes. Currently it's 10 degrees. It's the external temperature outside of the plane, and as soon as we operate they will get hotter. So let's not test the oxygen masks. Alright, so now we're going to set up the flight on our not so beloved FMC. So we're going to power it on both sides. We're only going to use one though. Just let it on slide for now. Alright, nav database expired. It did expire, but I thought I had updated everything. I need to check that later, but I thought I did load the right, we're just gonna have to live with that. I honestly thought I had it set up. So let's go to flight plan, and now it's going to be a really funny thing to insert. Actually, I can do something here. Let's see if I can do it. I can just load the modern version of the FMS. Let's see if I can add that. Oh, GCS handling was turned off, that's why. Where's the... oh, there it is. So let's set to modern, and we should be good to go. Alright, much better. So this flight plan is a little bit better. So let's just so FMS1 position initiation. Yeah, but I want to insert the flight plan. So flight plan. This is not my flight plan. Next. So EGCC to EGKK. All right. Alternate EGSS Oh, it's not available. All right. Can we load via? No. So I was under the impression that I could load from data link. Couldn't I? I was honestly thinking. Position initiation, nice. Flight plan. So flight number will be B 1463. I can't believe I have to insert this manually. And route, no. Alright, legs. So we're gonna go through EGCC. Let's get a flight plan in here. Not here. Alright, so we got EGGP, so we got NANT 2 Tango. Can we just insert here? NANT 2 NANT. Why doesn't it delete my previous? So NANT. This is a departure. Not sure if it can perform departures like that. Can it? No. Alright, I know what to do. Just press here. Delete. Yeah, my bad. No. Then departure, there it is. So we're gonna go through runway 27. There's no runway 27 here. EGGP, what am I doing? So, flight plan, EGGP. EGGP, my bad. To EGKK. Nice, now it's confirmed. And now departure via 27, and we got NANT 2 Tango done. Execute. Now legs. We after NANT 2 Tango, we are going to L8. Not in database. So probably not available. So let's go to HON. So it's going to be this one, the first one, and 52. Done. And then after HON, we're going to go through N859er. Did I do that correctly?
All aircraft be advised, information mic now current 2NH1024.
I don't think I did that correctly. So let's go again, Han. So, okay. Clear. Han. The first one, done. Now let's go to page 2 and insert N859er. Not in database. But then it deletes the previous one. So let's go again, Han. There. First one. Execute. And now let's go to the next page so we can insert Kidley as our final. Then the other waypoint is for the star. Alright, now it's more or less done. We just don't have VNAV or anything of the sort. But we do have this departure, so we can set up the arrival, we can change it later. So departures, let's go to the arrival. So it should be ILS 26 Lima. There it is. Via Kidley. Kidley 1 Golf. And the transition, we need to check the charts, but we'll not set the transition just now. We can do that later. So, good enough. And the flight plan is loaded. Yeah. So the main difference between this this particular FMC and the other one that was previously set up was that the other one was a bit older. So this is our flight plan right now. I think we are good to go. We can also change this direct to Han via, I believe it's L8. Let's see if it accepts that. Via L8 to Han. But that's a much better way to do it. And we can delete this. Delete Han, this other Han. Alright. Then direct to Kidley via November 859er to Kidley. Kidley. Much better. Now I'm pretty sure this will go smooth. Alright, execute. Done. Let's go back to flight plan. Alright, so good to go. Hello Mirsha. Andrew, welcome back. Think we're good. Alright, so now let's call Beyond ATC and let's request clearance.
Jersey 1463, ready to
Jersey,
copy
that's the
IFR
call
clearance
sign.
to Gatwick. Jersey 1463, Liverpool ground. Expect runway 27, 92 Tango departure. Squawk 4666. 92 Tango departure. Squawk 4666. Jersey 1463. Jersey 1463, read correct.
Alright, 4666.
Or engine start. Roger that. Jersey 1463.
I believe there's a way to set my... Yeah, so let's set our call sign. Oh. Oh, clear. I want the letter B. B. It's like an old cell phone, like we used to write our stuff. But it's not working correctly, is it? No. B. Yeah. Now the digits 1, 4, 6, 3. That's our call sign. Alright. And we should go back to our ATC ID. Alright, safety checks complete. Let's close the aircraft. First of all, let's call it in GSX to clear. Prepare for push and departure. So now we're going to close all doors.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Can also shut down the GPU as we got a APU running. Gonna uncage this little baby here. How do I do that? Oh, there it is.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Nice. 1016. And cross-checked. Nice. Alright. We're good to go. From Let's just get some lights in here. Not the floods. Alright. So right now we need to change this to RNAV. So that was my greatest mistake. Turn on the VHF radio. Turn on, I mean. Alright, so now
Locking gear.
our APU is generating power. I'm going to turn on the ice protections. Alright, safety checks complete, briefing complete, brakes, yellow park check. It is on yellow in park. Thrust levers, free movement. So they are currently locked. We need to unlock by pressing this little switch here, and they'll all be free. Done. What am I hearing? Oh nice, an ATR running. Hydraulics all off. So let's see. The hydraulics are all off. They are all in but off. So engine 1 and engine 3 pumps are off. PTU off. The DC pump should be on off. Done. Fuel panel. Jack and set. Pressurization
Junction
set.
36 Whiskey. Taxi to ramp 4 via Delta. Alpha. Victor. Uniform.
Alright,
Taxi to
good
ramp
to
4
go.
via Delta. Alpha. Victor. Uniform. Denstone 36 Whiskey.
Pressurization, ice detection. There's an ice detector. We already turned it on. It's right there. Done. Fuel checked. Flight data recorder check. Flight ID set. We already set that on our ATC panel. Altimeter set and checked. Already done. MWS reset. Ships papers and N1 speeds.
Easy 17
So-
Whiskey Papa. On our way to Alicante. Easy 17 Whiskey Papa. Liverpool ground.
There's a
Expect
performance
runway
chart
27.
here
Return to
somewhere.
Tango
There it
departure.
is. No, that's the
Squawk
top of the
1712.
line.
6 Tango departure. Squawk 1712.
Oh,
Easy
wow.
17 Whiskey Papa. Easy 17 Whiskey Papa. Be back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start. Wilco. Easy
So
17
request
Whiskey
push and
Papa.
start.
Jersey 1463, ramp 33, request pushback. Jersey 1463, Liverpool ground, pushback approved, face east. Pushback and engine start approved, face east, Jersey 1463. Easy 17 Whiskey Papa, ramp 53, request pushback. Easy 17 Whiskey Papa, Liverpool ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
So we need to turn
Pushback
on the
approved.
anti-collision
Face south. Easy 17 Whiskey Papa.
beacon. There it is. Alright. Let's tell... Oh, close what? Close the forward door, did you say? Close the forward door? Oh yeah. Not closing the forward door. What's up with that? Not closing it. So why can't I close that door? Is it because we don't have power on the plane? We do have power. Let's turn that on. So probably because of no pressure. Nope. Let's turn on the GPU again. We do have the APU, not sure what's...
Easy
So
17 Whiskey Papa.
still not
Request taxi to
powered.
active.
Why is that?
Easy 17 Whiskey Papa. Taxi to holding point Alpha. Runway 27 via Alpha. Taxi to holding point Alpha. Runway 27 via Alpha. Easy 17 Whiskey Papa.
So hydraulics are active. Can we? There it is. It needed hydraulics. now we can close it.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
So we need to turn east. So again, east. Alright, parking brake released. GPU off. And chocks off. Parking brake set, it's better. And chocks off.
Release parking brakes.
There we go.
Commencing push. All engines are clear. Start at will.
Alright, let's start our engines. Start power set to norm. Master switch. Start power on. No power.
Easy 17 Whiskey Papa. Contact Liverpool Tower 126.355.
Over to Tower 126.355. Easy 17 Whiskey Papa. Good day.
What am I missing? Oh, air supply, of course. Engines can't start without air supply.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine.
Alright, what am I missing? So, we need to turn on all pumps. That's a given. So we need to... all the pumps are on. So these are the standby pumps and the lower pumps. We got AC and DC. These should only be turned on when necessary. Everything is fine and dandy. So why can't I get power to start the plane? Is it because of the packs? Probably. Alright, let's try again. Start power on. Normal. Start master. Oh. Do we have start power now? No. So start number 1. Oh my god, what am I missing here? Whew. I thought I had it, guys. So again, we got fuel, we got hydraulics, everything is on the go. We even got the green pressurized. We got, not necessarily, anti-skid is not needed, but we also have it. We just need to power up the engines and they're not being powered on for some weird reason. Oh my god, what am I missing? What am I missing? So... bus ties are all on. Inverters are on. Standby gen is on. I just have no power. So this is the APU is giving power. Batteries on. Oh my god, what am I missing? Let's go back here to the checklists. APU gen, external power set, beacon on, packs and APU off. That's it was on earlier. Engine NTIs to... oh, we need NTIs to start? Alright. Still no life on the engines. AC pump to off. Oh, alright. Off. Fuel pumps to on. They're on. Start power to norm. Start master to on. Start to norm. Start master to on. Start select engine and engine start. Oh. Engine start. Oh my god, there it is. Completely forgot about this. Here goes the engine 1. There it is. And 1. My bad, guys. You need to run the checklist. A checklist always have the procedure. There it goes. Engine starting up. And now we're gonna set here our reference for takeoff. Engine 1 oil is pumping. Looks good. Let's start number 4. So we can set the generator for engine 1 on. Number 4 starting up. Flight director bars.
Cabin is secure.
Thank you. Again.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
4 started. Start 2. Don't know why this radio doesn't turn on. Oh, that's fine. Alright, and that. I do wish we had a performance chart. So we're gonna set flaps 18. So the VR is 136 and the V2 is 140. So let's set flaps 18. We probably need DC power for that. That's why it's not. Start number 3. Alright, they're all engines are nominal. Just starting number 3. And now we just need to clear all these messages here on the annunciator panel. So our takeoff reference will be plus, again, oh, so it's gonna be 13. What was the temperature? Alright, all engines are good. We can switch off. And we got continuous ignition. Now we can set AC pump on. It's going to pressurize both systems with the PTU bypassing, hopefully. Engine 1 pump, engine 3 pump, engine 2 more likely. Alright, well, now everything looks fine except for the parking brake on, flight recorder off. Oh. Just a master caution. Where's the flight recorder? Might as well just get on with my checklists. After start checklist, start power to norm, start selector master, brake fans set to auto. That's done. Heaters all on. They are all on. APU air and packs as required. So let's turn on the packs now. APU air and packs 1 and packs 2. Now we got airbag. TMS, this is what I wanted to see. Where's TMS? Why isn't it operating? Need to set this for takeoff, but it's not working. Can't even move that. Alright, transponder as required, taxi lights to on. So let's set our transponder to TARA. We're good to go. Yaw damper 1 and 2 is set on. This is the button I was searching for a moment ago. Alright, looks like we're good. Let's just... Parking brake is still on. And flight recorder is off for some reason. Alright, start power, set norm, engine selector, set master to off, it's done. NTIs as required, generators to on, brake fans auto on, hydraulics on and checked, heaters are on, APU engine air as required, packs and cabin air as required. TMS, this is the one I can't find. So this is the after start checklist. TMS. Turn on the TMS and arm takeoff mode. How do I turn on the TMS? Because it's not moving. It's not moving. Oh, power and takeoff. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright, so done. Doors and windows are closed. Chokes and ground power equipment removed. Transponder as required. Taxi to the
Jersey
runway.
1463. Taxi for departure.
That took too much time to...
Jersey 1463. Taxi to holding point Alpha. Runway 27. By uniform. Alpha. Taxi to holding point Alpha. Runway 27. By uniform. Alpha.
There we go.
Jersey 1463.
So taxi via uniform and Alpha. Let's take a look here. Not here, but here. So let's go for airport. So taxi via uniform and Alpha to runway 27. So we just need to turn the here and then all the way to the end to runway holding point Alpha 1 for runway 27. Here we go. Finally moving, guys. Look at this. Just listen to that, to those engines roaring. Needs a lot of power to get moving. Really funny. So say goodbye to Liverpool after a very long flight prep, very long engine start. And I still need to know if I got my bearings correct with the FMS. So we're going through uniform and then turn left to Alpha for runway 27. Let me turn track IR on. So we're gonna set here flight level 190, even though we might not get there initially. So we're gonna make a flight controls check. Turn on our radar in a moment. So let's go page 2. So let's perform some brake tests. Broke. Brake. Flaps set and connected. Let's check out our flight status here. Flight control status. Free movement. I don't think we have any way to check flight controls on this aircraft still. Flight directors are on, currently set for takeoff. Trims set, so I can see it moving, but where's the indicator? Trim indicator. Oh, it's in the green, I know where it is. Right there, so there's a trim right there. And the aileron trim, little off there, done. Alright. Config set, seats and harness locked and secure. Let's keep taxiing forward. Navigates as clear, briefing as reviewed. Cabin continuous ignition Alpha and Bravo, so I need them both. This one set off, continuous ignition Alpha and Bravo for takeoff. And before takeoff, checklist above the line complete. Oh, nice. I didn't remember this light moved. Really funky to operate it, isn't it? So up moves laterally and horizontally is like, yeah. Oh, nice. We can remove this entire assembly. Oh, nice. Nothing in here. Little forward floor air. So another plane with very dim lights during the daytime. It's a very funky looking plane. When you see this plane in real life, it looks weird, and we're not used to seeing planes with this high wing configuration and 4 entire engines. They're small engines, but it's the plane was designed to be as silent as possible for a regional jet. Oh, that's very high ground speed. And the company called it the Whisper Jet because it was so quiet. So let's set up our... We can't set anything up apparently. Doesn't appear that the autopilot is operational. I can assure you it is. So we're going through our taxi, and then we'll go through our SID, sorry, this one. Unfortunately, there's no flight following, so we'll do our best to fly the plane as best as we can without the normal modern aids. So we're going for Alpha 1.
All aircraft be advised, information is under now current. QNH 1025.
QNH 1025. 25, she said? Did she say 25? Yeah, whoa. Not 1016, 1025. Very different QNH from what I had. We also need to set that up here. So 1025 it is. Right there. I had set up 1024 though. I just didn't do it correctly here. So you don't get fooled by the sound. I'm pulling about 40 to 50% thrust.
Jersey 1463. Contact Liverpool Tower 126.355. Bravo to Tower 126.355, Jersey 1463.
Alright, so let's go before takeoff checklist below the line. Radar as required. We're going to turn on the radar now. I need to take a good look here at the radar panel though. So let's go to weather and let's set to 25. That's stabilize. Yes, that's it. All right, it's good to go. Good enough at least. All right, so continuing. AC pump 2 on. We already had it on. Oh no, we had it on auto. Let's set it on. Done. Continue rolling up. Lights and strobes to on. TMS takeoff N1 or disconnect. Controls checked and MWS checked. Alright, so we're good to go. Let's call it in.
Jersey 1463, ready for departure. Runway 27.
Jersey 1463, Liverpool Tower, wind 310 degrees, 7 knots, runway 27, cleared for takeoff.
Alright,
Runway
clear for
27,
takeoff.
cleared for takeoff. Jersey 1463.
We can turn off our APU, by the way. Oh, because we forgot here. Engine source, APU air off. Lining up runway 27. And let's go. Thrust set. Our APR isn't there because for some reason it didn't accept my input, but 136 knots is V1. Rotate. And we're airborne. Positive rate, gear up. Nicely done.
Jersey 1463, contact Scottish Control 128.055.
Contact Scottish Control 128.055. Jersey 1463. Scottish Control, Jersey 1463, 900 feet.
Jersey 1463. Scottish Control, good evening. Identified. Climb to flight level 100.
Climb to flight level 100. Jersey 1463.
So we're following the RMI down there. And for some reason I can't engage autopilot. But we'll fly manually for now. So we're going to fly flight level 100 for now. So no vertical navigation, so let's set vertical speed to keep up with this angle of attack. Stay with the flap setting. Still not following the flight plan correctly, but we are getting there. So let me just set my heading. And set heading autopilot's still not engaged and it wants to turn to the right. Speed check, flaps up. Now it wants to descend. Alright, now we're following our course. Still don't know why autopilot is not being engaged. So we need to go lateral navigation. Not sure what's going on here, but we'll just keep on flying. So we are on the flight director. I just don't understand why the autopilot isn't engaging, but I'm going to try to engage it here. And no, that's the disconnect. So again, 190. Yeah, so the autopilot doesn't even have an option to turn on, so it's really weird. And we're getting trouble because without activating the autopilot, as you can see, it's not even following lateral navigation. It's just not accepting any input. We are following navigation, it's just not. So this is glide slope altitude, indicated airspeed, but not lateral navigation for some freakish reason. So we are a little off course now, just trying to get in there. the plane keeps veering off to the right for some reason. It's to the left now. It used to be to the right. So we got RNAV on. Lateral navigation is just not engageable. Yeah. It's becoming part one of this plane, or again.
Landing control, speed delay pickup. Good evening, flight level 269.
FMS is just not accepting anything.
Control, radar contact. Continue con to flight level 360.
Continue con to flight level 360. Speed delay pickup.
It is updating, it's just not doing much to help us with the flight itself. As you can see here, we're getting to our flight level designation. Let's not overshoot it.
Distance 73 Bravo X-ray. Isn't full with the descent transition. 1.28 left. Report ready for descent.
Just don't know what the heck is going on.
Distance 73 Bravo X-ray. Descent to 10,000 feet. Shoot NH 1025.
Nothing is engageable, as you can see.
Speed beneath takeout. London control. Expect press on go. 124.
Respect press 1 off. 124. Speed delay pickup.
Producer 5203. Contact London control 118.475. Have a good evening. 118.475. Magic 75203.
We're way off course, by the way.
Reader pictures. ILS 04.
And we just overshot our altitude. This is so hard to do with the plane not following the flight plan. Oh my god, nothing works. Just a heading, but if the autopilot isn't engaged, I wonder if there's a button here. We got sync, no button here.
I show you flight level 200. Descent to flight level 190.
Just keeps climbing like crazy.
Flight 51 for power. Contact Shannon control 132.15. Bye-bye.
Now we're back on course, more or less. We're just way too high. And as you can see, my flight director shows everything but what I want to go, so I just remove them and fly manually.
Ryanair 94 Alpha Romeo. Contact London control 118.475.
Central 118.475. Ryanair 94 Alpha Romeo. Have a good evening.
2C1463. London control. Expect Kitty 1 Golf with the Willer transition.
Alright.
26 left.
Expect Kidway 1 Golf with the roll transition. Runway 26 left. Josie 1463.
Speed potato to go. House 1 Golf. Runway 24. Report ready for descent.
House 1 Golf, runway 24. Ready for descent. Speed delay decker.
Speed bit decker. Descent to 3,000 feet. Shoot NH 1021.
Descend to 3,000 feet. Speed delay decker.
With the wheel on.
Contact and approach.
Doesn't matter what I do, because this plane is flying whatever the heck it wants to, so.
Speed delay decker.
But we can still try, right? I just wish the autopilot could be engaged.
London Control, Ryanair 50 X-ray Delta. Good evening. Flight level 240.
Ryanair 50 X-ray Delta.
Alright, gear is up, flaps up, spoilers are up. Oh,
Climb to flight level 369.
oh my god.
Ryanair 50
That's it.
X-ray Delta.
And we can engage all now.
Quebec Foxtrot. Contact London Control when
Yeah, we need to engage it here, my bad.
Good day.
Center on 118.475, Magic Sun 59, Quebec Foxtrot.
Queensland 39 Bravo. Contact Belfast approach 134.8. Contact Belfast approach 134.8. Queensland 39 Bravo. Just U1463. You are assigned flight level 190.
Yeah, why are you climbing?
Flight level 202. Descend to flight level 190.
Local, descend to flight level 190, Juicy 1463.
Distance 73 Bravo X-ray. Contact double approach 121.1.
Contact double approach 121.1. Johnson 73 Bravo X-ray.
I know. Why are you trying to climb so high, man? Just descend. I'm getting aggravated with this freaking airplane. It's just trying to go nose up for some reason.
Ryanair 4 over Quebec. Contact London Control 118.475. FlyBe.
Contact London Control 118.475, Ryanair 4 over Quebec.
I miss my Airbuses, guys.
Jersey 1463, approaching our top of descent, ready for lower.
Jersey 1463. Tidley 1 Golf with the Willow transition. Runway 26 left. Descend to flight level 150.
Hidley 1 Golf with the roller transition, runway 26 left, descend to flight level 150, Jersey 1463.
Alright, we're starting our descent. We didn't even turn on the... well, we did forget to turn this off. We didn't even turn off the passenger signs. So... oh, no strobe either. Yeah. It is a nice plane, but we were struggling there for a moment. We're not in London yet, Drexy. We're just we're getting there though. There's no flight map here, but I can show you here. where we are. So we passed Birmingham.
London Control, expect F1 Golf, runway 24.
This is where we are right now.
Runway 24, F1 1886.
We're following
F1 Golf, runway 24. Report ready for
our
descent.
waypoints here.
Course 1 Golf, runway 24, ready for descent, F1 1886.
F1 1886, descent to 3,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descent to 3,000 feet, F1 1886.
F1 1886, contact Edinburgh approach 128.98.
Contact Edinburgh approach 128.98, F1 1886.
Looks like it's following VNAV or LNAV better now. Still looks a little too aggressive, but okay, I'll take it. So it's need to just descend a little faster than that. Nice. So we should set the EPR accordingly to the TGT, not the EPR, the TGT setting, but it looks like we're not going to make it. So these little triangles here are just telling me to reduce my thrusts. There it goes, now they're off, so they're telling me to reduce or increase my thrust to keep the setting. So we're going to London Control now. We're reaching 1,000 to go to flight level 150 as fragged.
London Control, Jessie 1463, descending by Kevlin Golf, flight level 158.
Jersey 1463, London Control, identified.
Just wanted to turn off this light here. Yeah, right there. Thanks. I do remember that light though. Right, we're coming up on flight level 150. We're going to level off. I think it's going to do it for us because it's armed. It's slowing down the descent rate, so it looks like we're good. Looks like we're golden. So we just need to execute the transition via Willow. So we are now over, almost reaching, well, nowhere near, but we're going towards Oxford.
Courier 504 Heavy, London Control. Expecting our 9 at Echo with the lowering ground to have 1 whiskey transition. Runway 27 right.
Betsy isn't pleased with this flight, and she's completely right. I wonder how I turn off this slide, turn on this slide. So it's the sill light, but where? Oh, there's a flight recorder, and we can't test. Oh my god, it's usually on the overhead, so my bad. But this light, push on. Oh, there it is. There's one. And the lap line. Is this the one we're messing with? No. Turn on.
London Control, Pathway 313. Good evening.
Is this a cup holder? Oh yes, it is.
Pathway 313.
So
London
this one?
Control, identified.
I don't know what this light does. Is it this one? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. So
Pittsburgh 523. Contact to Tower Director, approach 134.98.
Nice, really nice. All right.
To Tower Director, approach 134.98.
Lots of stuff work in this plane, by the way. I wish we could have a longer flight so I can show you the back.
Expect Halley 1 Alpha with the HAL 2-tree transition. Runway 2-tree right.
Expect Halley 1 Alpha with the HAL 2-tree transition.
We're still not clear to descend further.
Cabin control, Channel 47 Whiskey, flight level 213.
So this is where we are right now.
Channel 47 Whiskey. Landing control. Identified. Continue climb to flight level 370.
So last clearance was flight level 150, and this is where we are right now. And that's it. Let's set up the landing, by the way. So runway 27 Lima,
Runway 2-tree right.
right? Or runway 27. Sorry, runway 26 Lima. Wait, 26 left? We can't land on 26 left. It's always 26 right, right? Or am I mixing some stuff? Oh, maybe I'm mixing it. So we are going through Kid 1 Golf.
Expect legal 4 Charlie, runway 31, shallow 1413.
Kidley 1 Golf right there. And we are going for the approach, runway 26 Lima, final approach. And we also need the initial approach for 26 Lima. Yeah.
103. Contact Paris Control 126.475.
So our decision height. So this is the initial approach. This is what we're going to do through Willow. We're going to go through Willow, and we're not going to do a holding. We're going direct to Mayfield and direct to 26 Lima. And then the final approach, we will have decision height of 200 feet radar altimeter. So we are going for 3906. Actually, no, this is radar altimeter, so it's 200. It's correct. So we are going to tune in Mayfield. Well, let's tune in 110.9.
Expect near reach 1 Lima with the visual transition. Runway 28 left. Ryanair 19 Echo Whiskey.
Ryanair 19 Echo Whiskey.
Alright, 110.9. And we'll have Mayfield 117.9 as standby.
Contact Paris Control 119.825. Bye bye.
1119.825.
Done. Alright. And VHF nav, let's set for 110.9 as our ILS.
Contact Tower Director, approach 134.98.
Contact Tower Director, approach 134.98.
Let's set to ILS.
Ryanair 19 Yankee Yankee, London Control, identified. Ryanair 73 Papa Golf.
Alright, so then we should have glide slope. We need localizers, so this is backlog. Not entirely sure which one of these will engage, but certainly localizer will be last. Oh.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1023.
4,000.
Just 1463.
Shallow 1413 QNH 1024, expect the ILS runway 31.
QNH 1024, expect the ILS runway 31, shallow 1413.
Shallow 1413, descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1024.
Descend to 3,000 feet, QNH 1024, shallow 1413.
Shallow 1413, contact breast control 120.15. Bye-bye.
Contact breast control 120.15, shallow 1413, good day.
And and our runway course is 257.
Ryder 19 Echo Whiskey. Contact London Control 118.775. Have a good evening.
Oh my, these numbers jump like crazy. There it is.
London Control, speedbit 822, flight level 390. Speedbit 822, London Control, identified.
So descent checklist, PTU is on. It is on. Pressurization set, briefing complete, landing data checked, and seats and harnesses locked and secure. So for descent, this should be the same setting for landing as well. Just nice to see the testing.
London Control, with Motor Bravo X-ray, flight level 370.
QNH 1023.
London Control, identified.
We can set that right away.
Portugal 1369, contact bus control 120.15. Good day.
Center 120.15. Air Portugal 1369.
London Control, Emirates to HNT suit, to flight level 160 for flight level 190. Emirates to HNT Super, London Control, good evening, radar contact, climb to flight level 370.
So that's our
Climb to flight level 370.
long desired approach. Let's see if we can perform it. We're trusting lateral navigation right now.
Contact Stansted approach 136.02, Ryanair for Luna Quebec.
So there's London.
Contact breakfast control 125.0.
I'll show you London. Not here, but over there. That's London.
London Control, Alpine 39 Tango Whiskey. Good evening. Leaving flight level 166 for flight level 180.
Right there.
Alpine 39 Tango Whiskey. London Control.
That was Reading, by the way, and London
Climb to flight level 350.
is over there.
To flight level 350, Alpine 39 Tango Whiskey.
Ryanair for Alpha Kilo. Contact rest control 120.15.
Contact rest control 120.15, Ryanair for Alpha Kilo.
So we need to descend a little faster than this.
Speedbird 822. Contact Amsterdam radar 119.175. Good day. Contact Amsterdam radar 119.175. Speedbird 822. Jersey 1463. Contact Gatwick Director 126.825.
Contact Gatwick Director 126.825, Jersey 1463. Gatwick Director, Jersey 1463, flight level 097, we have Juliet on board.
Jersey 1463 Gatwick Director. Good evening. QNH 1023, expect the high LS runway 26 left from the roller transition.
QNH 1023, expect the high LS runway 26 left for the roller transition. Jersey 1463.
So we're going down here through Willow and then going through Mayfield. We should have Mayfield TME eventually. Should have it right here. Got both VORs. So I'm gonna set it to Mayfield, but I don't know. Standby on. It says on. Set to active. We are following the nav aids, so I think we're good to go. It's just that it's hard to tell where we are right now because this thing here isn't updating itself. So let's trust the instruments for now. There's another airfield there. We can end up there if nothing works. It's not charted here. Not sure what airfield is that. But there's Farnborough. Yeah, we're getting there. We just need to come down closer to the shoreline, I suppose. Closer to where we're heading this way, and then we need to do like a left-hand turn. It looks good. It's just that, as you can see here, this is where we should go. It's just hard to tell with no actual map to show you where you really are. It's coming up 1,000 to go to 4,000 feet as fragged. There's a climb. Yeah, we're not far from Gatwick, Trexie. So things eventually worked out with the autopilot, otherwise we'll be in deep trouble. I completely forgot about this little button here. It's counterintuitive to have a button, well, an indication here that looks like a button. Let's keep on. Turn this off, lateral navigation. Let's keep flying LNAV for now. And we are going for altitude. I believe that's Gatwick, right? No, that's a single. Well, Gatwick does only have one runway, but I think one is active, and it's the wrong orientation anyway. Or is it? Maybe that's Gatwick, alright, because we need to cross it. Yeah, I think that's Gatwick. We're just looking at it from the other side, from where we're landing. Or that's Gatwick. That's Gatwick down there. That's it. That's Gatwick for sure. So at this distance, the buildings aren't drawn in, but that's Gatwick. And we're following Willow, probably. We'll see. Ah, there it is. We got one DME. Not sure which one it is, but it looks like it's not the one we need currently. So the needles aren't pointing anyway. We just got DME, so we just got distance. should have Mercy. We should have Mayfield, not Mercy, tuned in, but there's no. We are getting closer to whatever that DME is, but that is a VOR. It's just we don't have any info here. It's probably picking up the ILS only, but we should have Mayfield. So that's comms. We need to follow this plan at 4,000, and then after Mayfield we descend.
Traffic.
Oh, there's a plane coming from our left side above us. Do you see anything, Betsy? We do have that one up front, but that's not it. Let's go outside. Do we have anybody here? Can't see anybody above us. Now we are passing. It is above us.
Descend.
Oh. Apparently it's right above us. But it went from red to yellow, so I don't see anybody. And now it's beside us. But it's above us 1,600 feet, so I think this is being a little too oversensitive. 10 nautical miles for the left-hand turn to Mayfield, and we still don't have Mayfield VOR. I don't think this is working as intended. There's no change in range once we go from active to PRE. That's out. Oh, stand by. There's Mayfield. Alright. So we are still following the FMS, but now we got Mayfield. We just needed to change.
Clear of conflict.
Yeah, I wonder where that plane was. So we're 15 nautical miles from Mayfield. We're using it as a reference only because we're following our FMS flight plan. But if we do need to turn to Mayfield, I'm just gonna set my course towards it, just in case.
Ryan F37 Romeo, Quebec, 11 miles from CF26L, turn left, heading 340, maintain 2,000 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 26 left. Turn left, heading 340, 2,000 feet until established.
So I would say we're probably over here, and once we get to 041, it's almost there. We get a left-hand turn from radial 041 to Mayfield. If it doesn't do that, we'll do that manually. Yeah, it was a quick flight. Not uneventful, but still quick. There it is turning. Nice. So flying needles is very fun, although it can look a little complicated, but I guarantee to you it's real fun. Clear for the ILS, nice. Little overshoot.
Clear by ILS runway 26 left. Jersey 1463.
Alright, it's going crazy now, so let's engage our heading. Let's fly direct towards Mayfield. So it was going to establish the hold, but we need to go directly to Mayfield. Yeah, there it is. So we need to clear this and then clear the Delta Victor and execute, and now we can go back to LNAV. No, apparently we need to keep our heading toward Mayfield. No worries. Still flying half a flight plan. So now we are heading 04, more or less 041. Well, actually a little more than 041. But we are flying towards Mayfield, so we are probably a little off here, probably over here, flying towards Mayfield. And at Mayfield we'll turn left at 002, so almost pure north. So we're 5 nautical miles from Mayfield. And now we can set this back to nav, because we are going to use our course and ILS frequency for the approach 110.9er, and that's ILS. That's for the co-pilot, by the way. I need to set mine as well. We'll set that in a moment. So 2 nautical miles. As we go abeam, we'll turn left heading 002.
Gatwick Tower 124.23.
Gatwick Tower 124.23. Ryanair 37 Romeo Quebec.
Here we go. Let's go 002. So we're now going to fly north, and let's see which one of these are. I'll say this one for the VLS. Yeah, that's a VOR. And let's set this for the ILS approach. So let's keep going for the heading for now, because I don't want to get too short. The plane wanted to turn immediately, but that's not what we want to do. We are getting close at 13 nautical miles, but we can only go and descend to flight level, well, 2,000 feet after 8.5 from Mayfield, so we're gonna need to stay here for a moment in Mayfield, flying our heading for now. So Gatwick is somewhere over there. We can see it through the glare, but we are flying somewhere here, and at 8.5 we'll turn into 257 for the ILS approach. So we just need to wait for these numbers to go to 8.5 and start our turn, or more or less, because we kind of deviated a little bit. I think that's it. That's Gatwick, that right down there. Alright, let's slow down. .5, let's turn left for the ILS. Whoops. This is our flaps coming out. Makes this awful noise, but that's the way it is. This plane has an awesome system for air brakes. So now let's go this, and let's go glide slope and VOR lock. We're a little above. Autopilot off. So we're a little above the glide path. I'm just taking it manually for the approach. Little too high. Speed check, flaps 24. Gear down. Plane wants to climb with all these flaps going out. It's perfectly normal. Still a bit too high. Little to the right. Okay, we can call it an established. Not stable, but established. Alright. Alright, we'll just wait for the landing clearance.
Contact Gatwick Tower 124.23. Bye-bye.
Over to Tower 1.
2500.
2500 check.
Gatwick Tower, Jersey 1463. ALS runway 26 left.
Now we're getting below.
Gatwick Tower, wind 320 degrees, 5 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Runway 26 left, cleared to land. Jersey 1463.
Still a little low. Speed check, flaps full. Forgot the landing lights. There we are. Little low. Sorry, I have to look down because of the instruments, because I'm flying the ILS approach, as you can see down there. There's a little wind from the right, that's why my plane is crabbing like crazy. This is what we should be doing. Nose up. But I can't do that for too long or we'll get into a stall position. There we are. Still a little low. Yeah, that whir you're hearing is the stick shaker. So it's a little easy to lose your grip here. Still a little low. Trying to get back in there. It's hard to keep the good picture and look down at the same time, so I apologize for that. Try to do that more often for you guys.
1000.
1000 check. Funny story about Gatwick, it's got 2 runways, but one of those 2 runways can't be used. So a little more thrust here. Alright, there we go. We're entering that sweet spot for the glide slope and localizer. Still a little low, but we can do it. There we are. Nice little wind coming from the right, pushing us to the left. Plane's crabbing a little bit, perfectly normal. Beautiful. Alright, there we go. A little high. Just follow the needles. Needles are your friends.
500.
500 check. Coming up too high. Let the plane float down. Thrust reduction.
Plus 100.
Check.
Minimums.
Continue.
Minimums.
Continue. Little low. Retard.
50. 40.
30, 20, 10.
By the way, this plane doesn't have reversers, just so you know. But it does have an awesome speed brake. Speed brake off. Speed brake is out. And nose down. Look at that. Little to the right. High speed exit.
Exit next available taxiway. Jersey 1463.
Nice. Alright, so let's hit that taxi light. Little dim on the outside, but it is turned on, as you can see here. Look at that. Look at those speed brakes closing in. How crazy is that? Alright, let's get out of the runway.
Jersey 1463, contact ground 121.805. Have a good evening.
Start our APU.
121.805. Jersey 1463. Bye bye.
Taxi to assigned
Jersey
gate.
1463. Request taxi to allocated gate.
Jersey 1463. Taxi to stand 3 via Echo. Juliet. Zulu. November. Alpha November. Whiskey. Press runway 08.
I'm going to require my
Taxi
little
to stand 3 via Echo.
cheat chart,
Juliet. Zulu.
cheat
November.
map for
Alpha
this
November.
one.
Whiskey. Cross runway 08 left. Jersey 1463.
So we need to cross this next deactivated runway. At least we got here in safe and sound, right, Betsy? Even though we had to fly almost all the entirety of the flight in manual, but hey, we got here. Oh, I should have left there, so I'm gonna leave in the next. This taxiway is deactivated. The only danger by doing what I'm doing is that there could be traffic taxiing the opposite end, and we get nose to nose. But because VLDTC doesn't do a good job with that. Yeah, welcome to London. Real-time flight, by the way, no acceleration. I always love it when that happens. Can turn the flight directors off. So we're gonna turn here. Can barely see the ground with these dim lights. And the landing lights aren't better. And now a right-hand turn here. When we look outside like this, the lights are good, but inside with all the panel lighting, it kind of dims. And when the tarmac is black, it really eats up the light. So what's going on with the
All
APU?
aircraft be advised information kilo now current. QNH 1023.
1033, we're not going to take off, so let's not worry about that. We actually got 1023, so we're good. All the way down. Oh, all the way down, really. So always in front, never stop for anything, not even another plane. Let's go. One thing I've noticed is that the pilot head position is a little up, a little too up in my humble opinion, which may mean that my track IR isn't properly aligned. There it is, much better. So all the way down, we can appreciate London Gatwick. Not very contested today, is it? Oh, the strobes are still on. We need to turn off those strobes. Huge no-no. Strobes off. Big no-no. Oh, veering off. So yeah, these guys actually built 2 runways on Gatwick. in Gatwick. But apparently this second runway they built is too close to the terminal, so it had to be deactivated. Funny story, it's a glorified taxiway today. But yeah, really weird decision. But it is what it is. So we are going all the way here to this pier. It is a nice airport. I love this bridge here. Sometimes when I fly out, probably the next flight when we fly out, we're gonna taxi out of that bridge area. It's really cool. And I don't know if they got if it's a spotting view, but if it is, it's really cool. Although you can't really see the runway from there, but still. So you see here, this is the deactivated runway. And like I said, it's now glorified taxiway. British Airways Airbus there. Where are we in terms of cheat map? All the way forward, and then when the runways, when the taxiway is over, it's the one on the left. So a few more aircraft there. EasyJet, the more planes, the more low costs we see. It means that this airport is selected by companies like EasyJet and Ryanair, and that's where you save your money. You don't go to Heathrow. You see there the Ryanairs, they actually go to Luton. Ryanair goes a lot to Luton and Gatwick. I don't think you can ever see these low costs at Heathrow because of the price and the costs. So maximum wind 36 meters. This plane does not have 36 meters. What livery is that? Oh, Air China. Looks really cool. That's a Dreamliner for Air China. Oops. There's British Airways. That's Wizz Air. So we're going all the way to the end to get to our traffic spot. So we're going to go for stand 3. Does GSX acknowledge stand? Yeah, it did acknowledge. Quite a rarity these days. Keeps failing. My love for... Actually, it's the one on the right. So it's that one over there. My love for GSX is... My relationship with GSX is a love-hatred. I think you guys can clearly notice that. So that should be our gate, but I don't see anybody there. So that's whiskey. So that's our gate S3. Where's the ground crew for that? So we are at Pier 1 actually. Stand 3. And let's go with I don't know, ASC. There it is. GSX keeps getting, or it's Beyond ATC, either one of those, they keep getting the stands wrong. My money's on GSX because it always fails. This is our assigned gate, gate 3, Pier 1, and for some reason GSX gave us Pier 3. So probably gate 1, pier 3, just for the kicks. That's the wrong tug. Come on, that's not the right tug for this plane. But we are not gonna use it anyway. I hope that jetway doesn't try to connect. Turn right. Roll to the left, to the right. More to the right. And stop. Alright. Parking brake set. And let's go for the shutdown checklist. Oh, so lots of things missing here. Yeah. Brakes, yellow, press choke, taxi and exit lights off. So these two here. And let's request deboarding. Oh, of course, we need to stop the engine. You're right. So APU's on, we got power for the APU. Yeah, we got everything, so let's just... that's much better, so let's just turn off the engine. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, welcome to London. So let's get the external power on before this guy has a meltdown. Chuck's on, GPU. Alright, so we need to turn off the engine NTIs. Yeah, baby. Alright, I got you. Gen 1 offline. Actually, go off. Bleed airs or engine air. And we can turn off our beacon light and request deboarding.
Cabin crew, door to manual and cross deck.
Oh, it is going to try to connect. Oh, this is going to be funny. Huge jetway. I mean, it's possible. Oh, little music down there. You know what? Let's go back there. Let's go have some fun with the packs. Where's the door? Oh, we need to turn this light on. Hey guys, that was quite a flight, wasn't it? What do you guys think? You're gonna enjoy this jet bridge. By the way, you can set up your own music here. Bossa, Antigua, Eternity. Let's play this. Nice. You can even set your own coffee. Check this out. And it even drains the potable water. Oh, sorry. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. So, jet bridge is not at all connected. It is not. So, let me just pull this off and let's deactivate the bridge real quick. Let's get that bridge away. Well, they are going through the bridge, although they're floating me there. Sorry about that. Sorry about the bump, guys. By the way, there's a lot of features in the cabin. So you can turn on the emergency lights, which is pretty funny. And that coffee's done, lady. There's a lot of things you can do. You cannot open the bins though, or close the binders. Anyway, cool plane to fly, I guess. We had some hiccups, but things got really cool at the end of the day. That's what it matters. This was... oh, I forgot to clear the flaps. My bad. This was the Liverpool, London Gatwick flight from British Aerospace 146-300 from the extinct airline FlyBe. My overall appreciation for this aircraft is still the same. It's a bit too complicated for someone that's more used to flying Airbuses and Boeings on a regular basis. I like the challenge, I suppose, but I don't like it when things go haywire because I forgot where a button is. So I need to fly these planes more often, that's what I mean. I guess I will. But let's give it a... Oh, again, my progress bar on top did not go to the end. So there's some issues there with the Simbrief as well. Not the Simbrief, the progress bar. I need to have a good look at it. Apologize for that as well. Anyway, we did get here. Betsy's in one piece. That's what matters. We all want Betsy to be alright. There she is. Still lonely in that... Oh, lonely in that cockpit. Thinking about life, I suppose. Yeah, she just doesn't remove that freaking... What's going on over there? Why is it blurry? Oh, it's the APU or the GPU. It's the GPU working. Nice. It sends out this little blur. Will I make more flights with the BA-146? Probably after I go fly it offline a few more times to make sure things go correct. Really wished we could operate the air stairs and not drop this jetway for some reason, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for attending. Thank you so much for your for being here, Drexy. Can it be connected to the jet bridge? It can. It does have, I mean, the structural clearance, but as you can see, the jetway doesn't connect that well because it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be air stairs only. But anyway, we got it working at least.
Taxi to stand 49, arrive via first Romeo. Golf.
This is a walk-in stand, by the way, before going through that door. There should be a gate agent here to prevent people from veering off, but still, really cool to see. Guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for coming, and I think I'm going back to Airbuses and Boeings for a time, and I'll only be returning to the BA-146, just like what I did with the L1011. I'll just do that once I'm familiar and okay with the plane's hiccups and little quirks. This is a very quirky plane, and yeah, see you guys next time. Until then, I hope you like and enjoy what you see. Remember, if you do leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and it helps me to make more flights in the future. Also, you can donate to the channel if you wish.
I love to fly.
Little too high, little buddy. If you wish to donate, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. I really appreciate your help, and I'll see you next time. Cheers and goodbye.
The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. Stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. minutes when the drums begun. The world below
China
fades out
765 for
of
heavy.
sight
Contact Gatwick Tower
as I
124.23.
swung
Off to Tower 124.23. China 765 for heavy.